Right, so hello. So we are here, we are live, hopefully going live in Facebook and live on YouTube in the Secret Wealth Project. But we'll see, because we were having a bit of technical issues earlier, so we'll have to see what goes down. I've got a lovely guest with me today. It is the lovely Matthew Wright. Hey. Hello,
Hi.
mate. How you doing?
I'm not too bad, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. I don't know if tech's working though. Reached out to StreamYard support, and I don't know if they've managed to do anything or even acknowledge that there was an issue, but we'll have to see. Guys, if you can see me and hear me okay, please put a comment in the chat, because it's going to tell me if you're on Facebook or YouTube. Now, last time I tested this earlier, it was only streaming out to YouTube, even though we've got both hooked up, Facebook and YouTube. So let me know if you can see it. Let me know in the comments. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that like button. I can see 10 people watching, but I can't see where you're watching from. Alison's on Facebook. Nice one, Alison. Right, okay. So I don't know if they fixed stuff or if the interwebs fixed stuff or what. I don't know. But this is a bit of an unplanned, impromptu live in the daytime with me and Matthew Wright. Did you say you've got a hard connection there, Matthew?
Yeah, we're having a few internet issues at the moment, so bit of a nightmare.
Say that again.
We're having a few internet issues at the moment. It's a bit of a nightmare. So.
I was going to say it just skipped then. I don't know if it was me or you or what.
Probably me.
Right. Okay. So for people that don't know who Matthew is, this is. In fact, do you want to introduce yourself, mate?
Yeah. So 7-figure with e-commerce seller. So we sell on multiple platforms. So we sell eBay, Amazon, Shopify. Amazon obviously is the biggest, as it's for everybody, but we're really big on eBay and Shopify, and I think that's really some platforms that we like to push. We kind of like work in the liquidation distribution world, B2B as well. It's a big thing that we're starting this next year, so it's really ramping up for us.
Awesome. So I think we are having a bit of technical issues. Let me know in the chat, guys, if it's me or if it's Matthew or if it's both of us. But Matthew's, you're okay, mate. You're okay. I got most of that. I got 99% of it, but I feel like we're going to hit a couple of bumpy bits. So we'll do our best anyway. So Matthew is, you would say, primarily an Amazon seller that branched out to eBay and then went into the Shopify world. Matthew just came on a minute ago and he's like, what are we going to talk about then? Not even told him what we've called this live. This live is called, let me get it. This live is called, I don't know what this live's called. What's this live called? Let us know, chat. Let us know. We'll do a Q&A in a bit anyway. You can ask him whatever you want. But I've got a bit of time. I've got some more calls this afternoon, so I've not got forever, but we'll do our best. There's some background noise. Are they your staff?
Yeah, busy day today.
Why? What's going down?
Just the normal busyness. I'm not normally, in the week, are we? So in the middle of the day, real people.
It's unreasonable to say staff get lost. Okay, all right, no worries. So you talk to me. What are you up to?
I'm up to the moment, or just in general.
In general, business. What are you up to?
We're busy doing all sorts of stuff at the moment. That's a really open question.
It's really open, isn't it? What are you up to? Because most of your business is outsourced now.
Yeah, it's outsourced in the sense I've got people doing it for me. Yeah,
insourced.
Yeah, insourced. Oh, Natalie's comments. She's on the train.
Yeah, Nat's on the train. Hey, Nat. So you've got your business insourced. So it's all people. Basically, people do everything, don't they?
Yeah, literally. Yeah. My only real primary role is sourcing in terms of finding products and things like that. So.
Does that make you feel like you want to conquer new territory, or does it make you feel comfortable and like you want to take your foot off the gas and let everyone else do the work? Well, how does that make you feel?
No, I push a bit too hard, I think, in terms of more without any kind of. And the problem is you go too far the other way, where when you're not in it, sometimes you don't appreciate what has to go on to make things work, and you just kind of like, you can go too far of an overview, and you're all about the direction, you're all about the big goals, and you're not quite implementing the back end properly, and you're just kind of going for the big stuff, and then there can be a bit of conflict there from the guys on the ground. You're saying that this isn't reasonable, we can't do all this with the resources we've got. So it's just getting the balance right, I think.
Have you got a team that's willing to tell you, nope, can't do it, boss?
Yeah. Honest team. That's what we need. So
when you say you want to push more, do you mean pushing as in guys get more done, like sell some more stuff, or like you personally?
Bit of both, but it's not so much. It's more sales and more marketplaces, and let's try this idea, let's do this idea, let's do this idea. And it's just making sure that you're not too much on a tangent, and you've got the proper execution there. It's no good just doing a million different things. Like, I've got a million ideas in my head of all the different things I want to do. Like, I want to do private label, I want to do this, I want to start a distribution company, and it's about working out what is actually going to work, what can be done, things like that. Not just pushing for more sales. I think that's really important, is the quality of the sales as well, not just more sales.
Yeah. Do you feel like you don't have to do so much of the implementation now then?
Yeah, I'm the ideas guy. I mean, I have to kind of make sure it will fit, but apart from that, I just kind of come up with the ideas, and then everybody else kind of makes it happen. And to be honest, I'm actually at a stage where, maybe a little bit embarrassingly, I don't actually know what goes. I know what goes on in my business, but I don't know. Like, for example, this week I'm covering my Amazon manager because she's on holiday, and I was like, so where do you put the stuff again? So what's going into Amazon? It's not that I don't know. It's just like, I don't want to. They've got a really good system, and the stuff that's overstocks goes on shelf F, and the stuff, and I don't want to start coming and messing it up for what is a week. So it's that level of kind of outsource. I obviously know what goes on in my business. I know what comes and all the rest of it, but I don't know what the system is for the guys on the ground, kind of thing.
No, I get it. The more time that passes when you're not actually doing that thing, it might sound stupid, but like I don't know, some software you use, or change a page, or like there'll be it's just something, one little minor change that they're just doing day to day and figure out. But you combine 3 or 4 of these changes, for example, and you come in after that. And it's like, where is everything? I don't know how to do this. And even though 80% of it inside and out, that last 20% really screws you, doesn't it, when you're trying to apply yourself again? I do know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So guys, I keep calling you an 8-figure and a 7-figure seller interchangeably, but let's just put this one to bed. No one's asked me, but I keep writing it and thinking, hang on, Matt, you look like a nutter. So multiple 7 figures per year in sales, 8 figures in sales overall since you started selling. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, easily. Yeah, easily.
Okay. I love it. 8 figures could mean anywhere from 10 million to 99.99 million. But we go, easily 10 figures, easily 8 figures. But you mean it could be 20 grand, 20 million, 25 million, it could be 12 million, who knows? But you're definitely into the 8 figures for sales. So that means Matthew knows his stuff. So if you, and this is not just eBay, this is Amazon. Matthew sells on Amazon, Matthew sells on eBay, and Matthew sells on Shopify. So e-com in general, e-com guys. So if you've got any questions, bang them in the chat, and I'll throw them at Matthew. We've got a little bit of time. Like I said, I've got some more calls to do this afternoon. But we wanted to do this live because, you know what? Matthew's got nothing to do now. He's totally insourced his business. So we're just going to kill some time doing this. Alison said, how often do you Realist refresh your listings on eBay?
Depends if we're selling. If we're selling, we don't touch them, obviously, because if you've got a good sell-through rate, you leave that well alone. But if it's not selling, then we'll try and do it every week, every couple of weeks, just trying to get the traction.
So I hear a lot of e-com sellers say sell-through rate, just for the beginners amongst us. What was sell-through rate mean? What is that?
It's just the rate at how fast you sell through a product. I think what Alison's kind of getting at there is, with eBay, It's the algorithm on eBay is very similar to like social media. It likes engagement. It likes people to be on your listings, watching, buying, bidding, offering, whatever it is. So if your listing doesn't get engagement and gets very stale, then eBay kind of push that down the ranking. Whereas if you're getting lots of sales, then it's easy to get more sales. Once you get the first couple of sales, then it starts to self-perpetuate. And actually, the best-selling lines, it's really easy. Once you get 3 or 4 sales, it will just start self-promoting itself.
What? So climbing organically up the rankings.
Climbing organically up the eBay list. Yeah. I mean, we've had a few where we've actually been top of a category without paid promotion, just through working the listings. We've done a bit of external free social media, got a few sales. We've kept the price right, and we've actually managed to. We actually got one listing which got to the top of footwear. So it was a top selling listing in shoes. If you put shoes into eBay, so it was about 2 years ago. We put shoes over, our listing was number 1. We had about 1,000 units. We sold them in there, but we sold 700 units in 2 days.
Wow. Is that a good feeling, or is that oh god, we don't have the manpower to get this many boxed up with all other?
It was great until everybody had to come in on a Sunday and pack shoes because
is that what you said to them? Is that what you said to them then? Right, guys,
give them all time and a half to come in because we had that many shoes. Okay. Our normal eBay, right? So our normal volume on it, we don't post Saturday, Sunday. We post Friday, Monday. So our normal volume on a Monday was about 350. So we already had the 350. They made another 700 on top of that. So we're at 1,000. So we're like 3 times the volume. And of course, you've got to get all that orders out by 4 o'clock on Monday because that's when your collection is. So yeah, we were all in Saturday, Sunday doing all these parcels.
So like, do you think that, with this new eBay fulfillment that's coming, like the what do they call it? It's like the Orange Connects, like FBA for eBay that's being rolled out. Do you think you'll end up using that? Is somebody distracting you? Put them on camera and embarrass them. Let's see them.
Neil's distracting me. He's my operations guy because he's just said "we" as if to say I wasn't packing any parcels.
Insourced it. He's insourced a lot. So I forgot what I said now. I got loads of questions.
I'll tell you what else. I think I'm also in trouble because we've just had the BT man here, which is probably what the commotion was you heard before. From the dirty looks I'm getting, it looks like I might have unplugged the internet by putting my bag on it.
Are you joking?
Yeah. It's confirmed. It's my fault. The internet wasn't working. I pulled the wire out.
Is that it? What? So you've had a BT engineer come out to basically tell you your internet's down because you pulled the wire out?
Yeah.
Amazing. Nice. Right, let's keep this fast fire. Let's talk about the best match thing then. The best match algorithm on eBay. What goes into that? Someone laughing in the background.
That's laughing in the background, yeah.
Putting that on camera.
I'm gonna put. There we go. That's Chloe laughing in the background.
Is that Chloe? Hello, Chloe. Who else? No, show us more. Give us a twist round. That's people like to see this kind of stuff.
See, this is my office. So
that's the office.
Can we see that?
With the dodgy ceiling tiles that have been
tiles. Yeah, we haven't replaced them.
I think it probably just needs somebody to just do that, and then it'll probably fall in. That's all it needs. Yeah. So what goes into the best match algorithm then? Because that's how eBay basically worked, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's there's a few different things. It's about getting yourself. It's about getting engagement. So I think eBay likes sales the most. So if you're getting sales, then it will push it higher because obviously eBay sees it's getting revenue from your listings, and therefore it's going to promote you over other sellers. Another good way is having offers, because offers is also engagement, as is watches, where people, watch your product, although they might not be converting into a sale. eBay sees that there's potential customers there. And then, of course,
this is what you meant by engagement. So people making an offer and watchers, and so just literally like a social media platform, like you said, and sales. What else?
Because eBay wants to put the listings at the top of its page that are most likely to sell. So if it sees you're getting sales, you're getting offers, you're getting watches, and also views, it's going to rank you much more higher than it is, or highly than if you don't have any engagement, because it thinks you're not likely to convert. So what it will do is at the start, when you've got a new listing, it'll give you a bit of a jump, a bit of a push. So it puts new listings first. But if you don't get engagement within the first day, then you're going to start dropping. The longer that listing's been on, it's been 30 days with no watches and no views, you're probably very, very hard job to find it on eBay.
Yeah, so it's really like pretty much every social media platform works exactly the same. Even like YouTube, you'll put a new video up, and you might see it rank for that keyword for a while, and then it'll drop off the first page as it's tested that engagement and stuff, just to see if it's something special. Okay, so that's interesting. So sales volume, watches, clicks, everything. Basically, if your listing is getting some love from somewhere, then it drives it up at the best match. So is there anything you do, or is there anything you can do to basically give a listing a bit of a head start?
There's a few things you can do. So obviously having the right keywords, as I showed in the training, is the most basic and obvious thing. One of the things really important is to make sure you've got keywords for different areas of the country, because obviously people call things different things, whether it be their age or whether it be where they geographically live. They have similar words for products, but it's different. And you need to make sure you're smashing all the keywords for the products. Like I think I use my example, shoes, trainers, sneakers, because if somebody's searching for the word trainers and you've only got shoes in your listing, then your listing isn't going to come up because you're not matching for the keywords in that instance. So that will help, obviously, getting as many keywords in your title as possible.
Is it just title, Matthew? Is it just
title? Title and subtitle is where it gets the search terms from. But also
not in the description at all.
Doesn't search the description, no. Okay. No. But what it does do is it has a lot of like checkboxes, like it's called item specifics. So these are like what eBay, on the left-hand side of the search page, you see where it's got like all the different filter options. So you could, again, we'll use shoes as an example. You've got like your size in 13, 12, whatever size. So if you don't fill in your filter boxes, which is called your item specifics, that means that people, if they filter and you haven't got that filter on, they're not going to find your product. So it's also really important to make sure you've got the filter correct as well, because if people are, you can't just tick all the boxes thinking your listing's going to come up, because that's just going to frustrate customers because they're not going to find what they want. So it's really important to make sure you fill in as many of the boxes as you can, as accurately as you can.
Okay, so it's best not to ignore them. It's best to actually fill those boxes in. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Right, I've got some more questions coming in. If you've got any questions for Matthew Wright, 7/8 figure, 8-figure total, 7-figure per year, eBay, Amazon, and Shopify seller. If you've got any questions for him, specifically focused on eBay, let us know, because obviously this will be as good as the questions we throw at Matthew. So he's willing to answer anything. So let's ask him the right stuff. So for an absolute newbie, which platform would you suggest to start with, Amazon or eBay?
Personally, I choose eBay. And the reason is I feel eBay is much more like running a business. The problem with Amazon, the best thing about Amazon is they do it all for you. But the problem in that is when you come to do something like eBay, you don't understand how the business side of it, because all the fulfillment's taken care of, all the customer service is taken care of, all the inventory management is done for you. So there's a lot of elements that go into running an eBay business that are often missed, because people may scale a 6-figure Amazon business very nicely, but then when they come to manage their own inventory in their own warehouse, they don't even have a clue where to start. It's really basic things, because it's all been outsourced and done for them. So running an eBay business really gives you that sense of, this is how business works, and this is how managing my stock works, and stock rotations and postage and customer service. And I think what it's given me is a better appreciation of why Amazon do certain things. A lot of Amazon sellers moan about certain things, but when you run your own fulfillment operation, you actually understand why they do certain things, because they're done out of necessity, not just to piss you off as a seller.
Right. Okay. So on the flip side of that, you could argue if somebody's looking for a really easy, more passive income stream, and they don't want to, they want a business, but they don't want a business. They just want an income stream. You could argue then that Amazon might be the easier thing to get into, but in your opinion, eBay is the better thing to get into.
Absolutely. Especially now we've got this fulfillment by eBay, then there's not really any comparison, is there, in terms of, they're now going to be on a parallel from the fulfillment. If getting into eBay is and the fulfillment side is the issue, which I feel it is for a lot of people.
Yeah,
they don't want to take the step and do the fulfillment themselves, which is fair enough. It is a big commitment. Then therefore, you having this fulfillment by eBay is going to be a really big boost to those who do want to spread onto eBay. and also diversifies and secures your business by having 2 platforms rather than one.
Do you know many sellers that actively sell on eBay and don't have a warehouse like you do, but do all right? I know there's like services like Hubu or whatever. Like I know Fulfillment by eBay's come in and it's real close. Like they're literally recruiting up and down the country right now, aren't they? I saw the job happening, like for 2 fulfillment centers in the Midlands, and I'm like, oh, they're taking this seriously. If there's 2 in the Midlands, then there's going to be probably 2 or 3, 4 down south, probably some more up north. So they're not messing around. I think that Fulfilled by eBay things coming. But do you know any sellers that are at the minute not doing it the way you do? Because obviously you've got warehouses, you pick, pack, and ship stuff yourself, or you don't. You insource it to a team. Do you know anyone that's outsourcing that element to it successfully at the minute before Fulfilled by eBay?
Yeah, because I mean, there are a lot of other good fulfillment companies. I mean, if you look in your local area, you'd be surprised how many fulfillment companies there are. You know, a lot of people who, again, eBay, the people who run their own websites particularly do outsource the fulfillment to more professional fulfillment companies. So it is very successfully done. I think where it's in my world, in terms of the RAOA side of it, I think it's better done in-house, principally because the variety of stuff that comes through the door. Private label, I would outsource that in a heartbeat, because once you've got it once you've got one shipment in, the prep center or fulfillment center knows what they're doing, then it's just rinse and repeat, isn't it? Restock. With OA, there's a bit more variety, and I think that's why we do have it in-house. But the benefit of having it in-house is that you've got the prep side as well. I think it's not just the fulfillment. You know, I actually only have 2 people that post outbound, and everybody else does inbound. You know, does all the prepping work for the stock. They're listing it, they're taking the pictures, the FBA shipment. So it's not just the fulfillment side of it. The having the warehouse is open so many doors, from, you know, starting new platforms, having staff in place to prep your products. You know, even if you didn't, if you did the eBay side, but you could open your own warehouse. You know, you could potentially add, you know, other people's prep to reduce your costs, and this all brings your costs down as well. So
I'd like to go down that rabbit hole and pull on that thread a little bit, unpack that a little, as I keep seeing people say. So we might have a bunch of veteran, seasoned Amazon sellers on here that are actually selling well, making decent money on Amazon. At what point do you think it would make sense for your average Amazon seller to get their own warehouse and potentially members of staff prepping and then expand onto eBay? What level of sales would you say that there's an obvious? Is there an obvious?
I think when certainly 500,000 is a definite. If you're not at 500,000, I think you're losing profit, because your outsourced fulfillment is going to be more expensive. I mean, unless you want to do something, I think it depends more on what your aims for your business are. You know, if you want to run a 7-figure business, 8-figure business, and you want to be an entrepreneur and a traditional business person, you need the staff. There's no question. If you're looking to potentially provide yourself a good income and, you know, spend a lot of time on your laptop and traveling the world or whatever, then you're obviously going to need to outsource it. But if you're looking to do it, you know, run a big business and you want to grow it and you want to build a brand, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a retail brand online. Then I think anything from 250,000 up to 500,000 is where you want to be considering getting on that. I mean, it could be lower if you're keen to go and that's what you want to do, then just go for it.
So 250,000, I mean, up to 250,000, but 250,000 probably start making sense in sales.
Makes sense, yeah.
And then 500,000, it's a slam dunk. If you're doing 500,000 and you've not got your own warehouse and your own staff, then you're probably missing a trick somewhat, because you could scale more. Okay, that's it. Go on, sorry.
Unless you're strictly, I want to keep this outsourced, and that's the whole purpose of you starting the business.
Yeah.
Which for most people, I don't think it is. Most people do this business they want the freedom, but they also want the revenue. They want the money. That's why they're doing it. And also, the freedom that comes with my business model is much greater freedom, because outsourced means you still have to manage it. You just don't have to be there. The difference for me is I've got a team. I don't have to manage it or be there.
Yeah.
So what is the truer freedom of lifestyle?
Yeah. So it's almost like if you're willing to take that extra, what seems like an uncomfortable step towards like doing things proper, it really could pay off. But it's just getting that right in your head and being able to do that. So speaking of like what's right in your head, obviously you got into selling on eBay. You've shared your story a few times, so we won't go over it again, but you basically got into selling on eBay because Amazon suspended your account. How do you feel? How do you sleep at night now, knowing that, yes, you have an Amazon-based channel, you have an eBay-based channel, and you have a Shopify one, but what happens if one of them went now? What if Amazon went, or what if eBay went? Do you sleep well at night knowing that?
Yeah.
You're okay
because I've got the platforms, and I've got the warehouses as well. It's not just the beauty of the two warehouses. It's not all your stuff's not in one place, because Amazon, okay, even if you get suspended on Amazon, you can't get your stock out because it's in Amazon. Whereas if you've got multiple stock locations, stock warehouses, it spreads your risk. I've got a whole warehouse full of stuff that isn't in Amazon, and I can just switch on my own fulfillment. I mean, I could open the doors and open up a shop and have people coming around. If it got that bad, I could just put on Facebook, warehouse sale, and get people coming in through the door and buying my products. If you've got an outsourced model, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Speaking of Facebook, you mentioned Facebook there. Have you explored the Facebook Marketplace channel or not?
We have what's called the Facebook Shop, which promotes our products, but that links directly back to our website. So we advertise all our products on Facebook for purchase through our website. It's not done directly on Facebook. We don't do it on Facebook.
What about? I mean, that's cool, but I'm talking specifically about Marketplace, because I think there's an increasing trend for people, and it's a silent trend. Nobody seems to be talking about it in these communities. Not many people, really. I've not seen anyone. I've had the odd conversation with the odd seller, but people are moving into selling on Facebook Marketplace as a platform. And obviously, it's not one click easy in this country. In the US, I think they've got the equivalent of a buy it now button now for Facebook Marketplace. But in the UK, there's still that little bit of haggling or whatever. Have you thought about listing it on Facebook Marketplace and seeing what happens and having a staff member take them PMs or not?
We haven't, only because it's to do with the integration and the hassle. The problem is when you get to our size, there's certain levels of integration you need. It's how do you run your sales reports, your compliance and things like that. But certainly at a small level, I think it would work fantastically well. I think what Facebook Marketplace represents a really unique opportunity is I think a lot of people who traditionally sold on eBay, a lot of the people who caused the issues on eBay, the problem sellers, the ones who sold the broken phones and all that kind of stuff,
they're on Facebook.
They're on Facebook. And do you know what? I think that's going to do eBay wonders, because one of eBay's biggest problems is its reputation. It's got a bad reputation from its past. I think that's unfounded, but it has got a bad reputation.
I don't know why. Like I just bought like 5-6 different items on eBay. I don't know when I did it. Maybe I ordered them Saturday or something. They've all arrived, all from different sellers, all in different packaging and stuff. All arrived this morning. And it's like, I'm super happy with the speed of that. I didn't got a Prime account for eBay or anything like that. There isn't one. Like it just came. The sellers are good and the products are generally good.
Yeah. I think eBay is professionalizing itself, and I think it's genuinely going to rival Amazon in the next few years, because I think Facebook's taken a lot of the problems away from eBay, and it's going to professionalize the platform a lot more, and that will really help it become a genuine competition. One thing that also concerns me is I think there's a lot of anti-Amazon sentiment at the moment. And I do worry as an Amazon seller that is going to affect our sales. People don't like Jeff Bezos. They don't like Amazon. They think it's too big. They think it's too corporate. And the problem with Amazon is people don't associate Amazon sellers as anything other than Amazon. To a customer, buying off me as an FBA seller is the same as buying off Amazon. And they probably don't even know it's come from me. They probably think it's come from Amazon. And therefore, if Amazon has a bad rep, I have a bad rep. The difference is eBay. Everybody knows that it's individual sellers, and that they don't tend to tar eBay with the same brush as all the different individual sellers.
Do you think maybe the bad reputation on eBay, on Amazon though, is more amongst the seller community than the customers? Because obviously, all I ever hear from customers is like Amazon's customer service is excellent, But it's like as sellers,
who carries the can? Yeah,
it's not
at our
so
expense.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just think there's what I've noticed in the press, particularly in the past couple of months, is a bit more anti-Amazon feeling, I think.
Do you think that's coming out of the UK only or US as well? Because what I usually see is if you dare say anything bad about Amazon in like American groups, the Americans will literally lynch you. They love Amazon.
Yeah.
Whereas in the UK, we're a little bit more cynical. We're a little bit more jaded.
Yeah.
And I think we're a little bit more like, I don't know, a little bit more like that.
We're a bit more like, oh, Amazon's. I think the problem is the Amazon's killing the high street thing. And I think people are going to, I don't think, part of that is true, but I think the high street is its own worst enemy and the government don't help. I'm not going to get into that, but I think that there's a very. You think we should?
I think we should. I think we should. Why not? Business rates are a shambles joke. Go on. I'll let you.
Yeah, our business rates are an absolute shambles. Councils don't have a clue.
Yeah.
Our local council just invested hundreds of millions of pounds in what you would deem as a white elephant, an empty shopping centre, which is literally empty. And the only people that are in it are Asda, H&M, all the big players. You know, you've got all these local companies. We could have had a unit. We could have advertised our products for sale, you know, as a showcase in our local town. But they're not interested. They're not interested. They're not interested. They want the big boys. They want the big names.
They won't even. Did you actually approach them to have a unit then?
Weren't interested.
They said they won't even.
You're not the right fit, was what we were told. Not interested. They want
when did you approach them?
It was a few years ago now. It was back in. We were quite keen on opening a retail unit a few years ago to sort of supplement our online income, and we before we opened our second warehouse, we thought maybe it might make sense to have kind of like a combination place, so one that was in the town centre, so we could have a showcase at the front and then a warehouse at the back. So it was kind of like, you know, you're still working. If nobody comes in, it doesn't make a difference, but you're going to get an upturn in business by being on the high street. So we just couldn't find a suitable space at the right price. The warehouse we're in, we're paying 20 grand a year in rent. The same shop of the same size was nearly 100,000. Absolutely crazy. That was 2019, start 2019. So
I'm not sure you'd want to move into retail now. You're probably not. You're probably like dodged bullet, but
not now.
I think that the landscape has changed a lot. I was in Sheffield Meadowhall, which is a big, relatively prestigious shopping centre. In fact, you was in there. We was in there together. In there. That's where I met Matthew for the first time. We did a little video. He did some like I called it naked RA because he didn't have.
That sounds really wrong.
Went for it, and I was like, whatever, it's naked. It's like Naked Chef never cooked anything naked. Jamie Oliver did it. So I thought naked RA or something. I don't know. Anyway, we was in there just this week, last week or whatever. I've been 2 times since, mate, even though we live an hour away or over an hour away. We just love it. But been in there, and honestly, the amount of shops that are closed is a bit eye-watering, and it's going to get worse. But more importantly than that, the amount of new shops that are opening up, and they are not prestigious brands by any means. They are quite the opposite. They look like what I would have expected on a Sunday market back in the day, like really like sweatshop bad, like out of fashion clothes with some weird names above the door, some weird signage, and just like not big brands. So I think they'd probably be like, yes, please come in now, because I think they just don't have the clout that they maybe once did.
No.
So I think if you would you want it now or would you not want it now?
No, I don't. This is the thing. I don't want it now.
No,
when I wanted it, they didn't want me, and then they've still not got anybody in now. There
you go. So big shopping centres. Here's a lesson to you. When Matthew comes and wants a goddamn unit, you say yes or else. And now look what's happened to you. Now we don't even want to go in there. Anyway, I love it. I'm just talking crap. Right. Let's go back to the chat. If you've got any questions for 7 and 8 figure, a bit of both. Seller, eBay seller.
Depends on your timeline, I'm
going to be saying it forever. 7 and 8 figure eBay and Amazon seller. bang them in the chat and we'll ask them. Matthew, we've got a little bit more time, so we'll keep going. Why not? Yo holo and all that. So Alison asked, do you promote your listings? And if so, at what percentage?
So yeah, so I do promote every listing. Now the beauty of eBay is unlike Amazon. So Amazon is traditional like pay-per-click, like you would go on Google, whatever, where you pay, but every time someone clicks on your listing, then you pay no matter what. The beauty of eBay is you only pay when you convert to a sale. So you pay a higher percentage, rather than paying per click, but you only pay when you make a sale. So if you don't pay, if you don't sell, you don't pay. So I always
What's the percentage? What's the percentage?
The percentage is what you choose. So what eBay does is it has what's called a trending percentage.
So it's like an auction. So if somebody else is willing to pay 7% and you're willing to pay 6%, they'll rank higher than you.
Correct. And eBay tells you what the trending percentage is. However, obviously there doesn't some categories are crazy high percentages because of the amount of people promoting. They can be like 10 or 15%, others are a lot lower. But my take on it is that being promoted is always going to rank you higher than those that aren't promoted. So even if you're doing 1% or 2%, that is still going to rank you higher than no percent. So the answer to that question is yes, I always promote.
Gold nugget right there. Great question, Alison. Sorry, Matthew, go on.
I was going to say sometimes you can even price up to cover your advertising fees.
What do you mean?
Price up. Put your price up to cover your advertising.
Yeah. But then presumably that makes you not rank as well in the best match rank algorithm thing. If you put your price up too much, or
it's a balance, a fine balance. Yeah.
So is there any software that finds that balance?
No. If you want to get in on that.
Oh, I just found
there's so much opportunity on eBay for software.
Look at me.
If only I knew a software developer.
Yeah. If only. Right. So listen, that sounds like a cracking idea, and I need to remind myself of that, because that sounds like something that is a real opportunity there. It's something that optimizes in that way. I like that idea though. So basically, it's like you say, they don't take it per click. You don't pay per click. You pay a percentage. So if it don't sell, it don't cost you anything. But if it does sell, it costs you a percentage. So is that over and above their selling fees, presumably?
Yeah, it's on top of. Yeah, it's also the gross total as well, which I think is a bit naughty. But
what, including VAT?
Including VAT, yeah.
Postage as well.
Yeah, not postage, but it is including VAT. Well, unless you're offering free postage, it depends how you price.
Yeah. Okay, so is there a typical percentage that you go in at and just go, right, we just do 1% on everything, unless is there like something
we go in at 2%.
2%. Do you want a tip that's going to blow your sales through the roof? Do you want a tip?
Go on then.
From this non-eBay seller?
Yeah, go on then.
2.1.
2.1.
2.1. Try 2.1, right? I tell you why I say that. It's psychology, right? You know, when you're paying per click, or you're doing like when you're buying media or buying ads, everybody like bids, like they'll bid £1, like because it's a round number, say, or bids 50p or whatever. They bid the round number because it makes sense to, and it happens all over. So like Google ads, you know, we won't bid if we wanted to bid a pound a click, for example. We won't bid £1. We'll bid £1 and 1 penny, because it's like psychologically you put 2% in, you know. So if you put 2.1% in, well, everybody else that psychologically is putting 2% in, you're pipping them by 0.1%. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's worth the test. If it works, say, Matt, you were right. Why, you're a genius, Matt. That's what you should say. But
I'm not sure. I think it's 0.5% on eBay. I don't know if you can do
okay.
One.
If it's half,
I think you can do half.
If it's half, I won't bother.
Do 2.5.
But I won't bother because
just 3. I do 3.5 or 2.5 then, whichever.
But 2.5 from 2 is a massive increase, isn't it? It's 25% extra, I think. So I wouldn't do that. But if it's like 5%,
someone says you can do 0.1. There you go.
2.1, baby. Right, let's keep going through these questions. If you've got any more questions, folks, put them in the thing, and I'll ask them. We've still got a little bit of time left. So what is the best tip you can give to a newbie on how to source for eBay? So I see this question coming up for a lot. A lot of people don't know how to source for eBay, and they're a bit lost. But I think I heard you say, Matthew, that you basically go, is it selling on Amazon? If it's selling on Amazon, it'll sell on eBay. Is that fair?
That's 100%. And what we do is we just either buy a bit extra for eBay, or we just split the stock. And then the beauty of eBay is if you go, when you get to the stage where you source for Amazon and it says, can you sell on the IP radar is red, then you go, can I sell on eBay? And then the answer is yes. So then you just buy it for eBay. So the main thing is all the products that you're saying no to. It's not the products you say yes to, it's the products you're saying no to. That is where the big advantage of eBay is.
I think since I started selling on Amazon all those years ago till now, and yeah, we don't actively sell on Amazon at the minute, but what I've seen is Amazon, it's great, but like it's becoming a little bit more like a bit of a minefield in that you can't just buy something and think I'm going to sell it on Amazon. You have to have software tools like BuyBot Pro, shameless plug there. You have to have tools like BuyBot Pro, analyze the deal and tell you what's potentially wrong with it, because it's such a minefield. Whereas you don't have that so much on eBay, do you? It's like a bit more basically sell what you want, or what restrictions are that you're aware of just in your head for eBay?
I mean, you can still get IP claims. I'm not going to pretend for a second that it's you can sell anything you like and there's no IP claims, because there are IP claims. But the difference is the brands are nowhere near as aggressive or actively looking. And eBay don't punish you anywhere near as hard. On Amazon, you can get suspended for IP claims, whereas on eBay, they tend to just take your listing down and say, don't do that again, kind of thing.
How many times did they say don't do it again before they go, you're never doing it again?
I wouldn't want to test that. I don't know. I don't know his honest answer how many times. I mean, I think it's probably looking at the amount in this. If you have a lot in a short space of time, but I guess it would also be relative to the number of sales you have. If you get 5 IP claims and 1 sale, there's probably going to be more of an issue than if you get 5 million sales and 1 IP claim.
So one of the things that differences maybe, or definitely something that I've noticed, is big sellers on Amazon tend to say we don't get treated any better than smaller sellers. And from what I've seen, obviously there's the grandfathered in on gatings and things like that. But on a day-to-day basis, they'll banhammer a big account just like they will a little account. When it comes to eBay, would you say that the more sales you have, the more you get looked after?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's true with Amazon a bit as well, but certainly with eBay, they really look after you in eBay. We get phone calls offering us promotions. We got what's called the concierge service. I mean, but the main thing on eBay is you can speak to someone. Like if I've got a problem, I can ring somebody on eBay, and the wait time is usually less than 2 minutes. Can you imagine trying to speak to somebody in Amazon? It's just like it's laughable. It's literally laughable. But if I have any problem on eBay, I go call me. eBay call me within 2 minutes, and then I get it sorted out. I think it was a few months ago when we did this course last time. I had a tech issue, like a listing issue, and I rang eBay. I requested a call back. They rang me back in 2 minutes. They transferred me to the guy to the tech department in America who manages the website for eBay. And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, just do this, and fix the problem in about 20 minutes."
That's
but Amazon, you'd have to get through 3 walls of seller whatever they call seller support before you could actually even get an answer, and you'd have to open your case about 6 times because they just give you copy and paste responses that don't even make sense.
Yeah,
it's so frustrating that why are eBay able to do it so well yet Amazon are so rubbish at it, despite the fact that Amazon have got 10 times the resources of eBay.
Yeah, I mean, you see it a lot, don't you? Like, look at McDonald's and KFC. I don't know about you, but McDonald's around us, every McDonald's you're going at is run like a. I mean, we've had a bit of a shambles. We've been to McDonald's today, so today's not the right day to say it because there were shambles. But it was one. I won't call him what I want to call him, but it's just an idiot member of staff that were causing us problems. But generally, they run really well, whereas KFC's run really crap. So KFC's dirty, McDonald's is clean. KFC's terrible service, McDonald's is good service. I mean, McDonald's food's arguably a bit crap, but they all run so well, and the premises are so looked after and all that stuff. So it does make a difference when one company treats you better than another. And like I say, Amazon have got a great reputation for treating customers super well, which is why partially the reason why they get so many sales. But sellers, they leave a lot to be desired. So it's nice to think that not only by selling on eBay, you're diversifying the risk off of Amazon just in case the worst happens and you can't do anything about it. But you're also likely to have a nicer experience as a seller on there too. Terry Clapson, Terry says from YouTube, says outsource all the way, guys. Can't stand the responsibility of prep. Alison says so many time wasters on Facebook Marketplace. You do get a lot of this. Is this available? Is this available? You're like, yes, it is, and then you don't hear anything. I was selling something, and I was the opposite. I was getting loads of people like writing to me. I wouldn't answer them, and they're like just proper bombarding me, like to try and get this stuff off me. And I just didn't want to sell it to them because I didn't want them coming around to my house. Are you selling used goods only on eBay? See, this is a common misconception, isn't it?
So I think I've put in my training that I think it's 80% of stuff sold on eBay is actually in new condition. We have 2 eBay accounts. We have one eBay account that does sell all the returns, obviously open box, damaged box, all that kind of stuff. We've got our main account that does the 95% of the revenue on eBay only sells brand new stuff. So we don't sell used goods.
I don't ever buy used goods on eBay ever.
Yeah. But there is a massive market for used goods. And to be fair, when I started my business, I actually started doing used goods. That's how I started my business. And I think I started doing used goods on Amazon, actually. But there is a huge market. People do very well selling both new and used stuff. So, both went out on eBay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, when I say that earlier on, I bought a bunch of stuff like at the weekend or whatever on eBay. None of it's secondhand. It's all brand new. I only buy brand new on eBay. But I think there is this lingering old reputation of Fleabay whereby everything's secondhand. But no, eBay's I see eBay primarily as a new marketplace. Maybe that's just me and how I am, but I just don't buy secondhand stuff. I buy the occasional bits, like probably one thing every 5 years, but I typically only buy new stuff anyway because just what I'm like. But yeah, I use eBay over Amazon personally when I'm a customer. Terry says, how is FBE fulfilled by eBay? That's just a code name at the minute that we're using in the seller community. But how is FBE going to work? Just sending exactly like with Amazon? Are they sent to customer and deal with customer services too?
I'm not 100% how it's actually going to work. Now, I know from what I do know is that they are going to be responsible for delivery metrics. So the beauty of using FBE over your fulfillment, if a parcel's late or it gets lost, you obviously get account defects as you do on Amazon for those things. If you use FBE, they're going to knock them off straight away. Customer services, I don't know. One of the things we actually don't like about FBA is they take the customer service, because the problem with FBA is there isn't customer service. There's just a send it back to us and have your money back. That's not customer service in my eyes. Customer service is doing what the customer needs. And if the customer needs support, you don't get that from Amazon, because the reps just say send it back for a refund. So I wouldn't actually want them to do the customer service. I can see the appeal of having it outsourced, but
that's sending it back and putting it on you, the seller, innit? Like when they just say, just send it back. It's like, no, because all they needed is like, you just need to find that thing that's in the bottom of the package and plug it in, like, and now you get it back. And it's like, oh, thanks,
Amazon. Yeah.
So
but that isn't service, is it? That's just facilitating returns. So I think it's a wrong thing that Amazon actually say that they provide customer service, because I don't think they do.
No, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. But yeah, Terry, probably the customer service will probably still have to be done by you. But honestly, like, do you know how little that is likely to be on physical products? Not that much, I wouldn't have thought. I love eBay. It boosted my revenue by 60 grand in my first year. Love our eyes. I don't know who's put that, because it just says Facebook user on this. But yeah, boosted their revenue by 60k in the first year. That's amazing. And people are ignoring it. People are ignoring eBay. Ignore it at your peril. If you're in the e-com business, if you're selling on Amazon, there's no reason not to. Terry says, make the software matte. eBay is massively lacking software. And that's one of the main reasons I've not really been too involved in it. All I'll say, Terry, is watch this space. Alison says, cool, I always do mine at 3%. Alison says, but I'll try 2.1 now. No, Alison, you'll get, that'll make it worse for you if you go 2.1% because you won't be as competitive. You need to do 3.1%. The 2.1's not the magic number. The not being an integer is the magic number. So integers are like 3, 4, 5. So you want that decimal in there. So you go to 3.1. Don't go for 2.1. Terry says, I love how there's loads of questions being asked, but I'm the only one typing them in here. God knows where they're coming from. Terry,
we've got two feeds. We've got Facebook and YouTube. That's
we're simultaneously live streaming across Facebook and YouTube. I don't know the share of viewers on each platform, but it's cool to see the questions coming in on both platforms. I'm loving it. Alison says, do you cross your listings on your Amazon and eBay accounts and fulfill from one to the other straight to the buyer?
We have done actually, yeah. It's usually if there's a stocking error, we try not to do that. It's perfectly viable. I know a lot of people do multi-channel fulfillment, where they list on eBay and then they have Amazon send it to the customer. So that is a perfectly viable business model to do. The only problem is Amazon fulfillment is a little on the expensive side, so you've got to make sure your price is right. But it's a perfectly viable business model. And we have done that. If we've got stock in Amazon and we've sold out in the warehouse, then we will send it from Amazon to an eBay or vice versa.
Right, Matthew, I've got 8 minutes left before I've got to be on another call. So I don't want to rush this at the end, but we need to announce that you've actually got a course that's launched and it's closing this Wednesday at, I think, 6:59 p.m. The cart closes. And basically, Matthew teaches you exactly how to build, grow, and scale an eBay business from the ground up, and not playing at it like anybody can list something on eBay, but turn it into a proper business whereby you can really scale it and make serious money. I mean, Matthew, what do you do in sales per year on eBay?
Nearly $1 million on eBay.
Nearly £1 million in sales just on eBay, and it's not really his primary channel. His primary channel is still Amazon, but he does nearly $1 million in sales per year on eBay. Well, this is not somebody that's just telling you the basics of that you could learn it from a YouTube video. This is the ins and outs of like a multiple seven figure per year e-com seller that can give you the guidance on the Amazon, can give you the guidance on eBay, but there's a course that is available for the second time. The first time round, it was about 6 months ago, and everybody on it absolutely loved it. And there's an opportunity to get in on that course right now. Now, if anybody wants to learn more, there is a free webinar training link whereby Matthew goes into a bunch of this stuff and then makes the offer at the end. So you'll be able to maybe get the link off Nat or off Matthew or something, but you'll find it somewhere in the group if you want to join it. But
I can pop it in the comments at the end of the live as well. Yeah.
So Matthew, in fact, what you should do, Matthew, you should actually not just pop the replay link in the comments. You should pop the payment links. If people just are like, look, I know Matthew knows his stuff. What do I get? How much is it? Right, bosh. Put the checkout links in there as well, mate, just to save them watching the webinar. Because honestly, if I was selling on Amazon, thinking about selling on eBay, there's no way I wouldn't be wanting you as my mentor. And that's essentially what you're getting. You're getting a 10-week course, like in-depth, like Q&As every week, like everything, just the whole shebang.
Yeah, it's literally delivered live in the same format this is, and if people can ask questions, we'll respond to all the questions. I think the key thing I want to stress as well is although it's eBay focused, we're going to be starting eBay businesses. A lot of what we do is from my experience, and it's about setting the groundwork for growth. It's things that I really wish I did when I started and that I didn't do, and it cost me a lot of money down the line, like putting in decent inventory system. We'll teach you, how to put an inventory system together, how to stock check all your products, how to ship your products. Because if you don't have your inventory sorted, you might have massive success, and then you start doing £500,000 on eBay, and then your inventory is a total mess, and that'll slow you down 2 years because you've got to then stop and go back. And it's about laying all the groundwork. We discuss things like staffing, warehousing, outsourcing. all these different business elements. It's not just about the eBay side as well. So it's something that, although it's primarily, going to be diversifying onto eBay, growing your business, this course will help you grow your whole business, whether that be your Amazon, your eBay, or we do even do a bit about your own web store as well. We do covering a bit about, how to start a web store and stuff like that. Because the guys who were on the course last time really enjoyed that. And it's not just about the eBay. It's about the e-commerce multiple platform business and making sure it's all running well. And that, when you've got the foundations, the sky's your limit. But
when does the first training session start, Matthew?
It starts on Wednesday, this Wednesday.
Okay, so cart closes Wednesday. First training session's Wednesday. So if you want to learn how to build an eBay business, go get that link, go purchase it. There's a 28-day money back guarantee anyway, so they can have 4 weeks of the training and still get the money back if they don't like it. So there's the option. Right, I've got 3 minutes. We need to fast fire through a few of these questions. I'm sorry I'm not going to get to everything. So as quick answers as possible, Matthew, so we can get a few more done. So try and keep them 5 words or less if you can. So Simply Steve wondered where the questions were coming from. Apologies if this was asked already, but what is Matt's view on promoted listing percentage? I typically double the suggested, to be honest, as this seems to have gotten best placement. It has already been mentioned. He aims at 2% as a starting point. Is it easy to set up a second account? Do eBay let you do it? What about address card, etc.?
Yeah, you can have as many accounts as you like with eBay, as long as you're not doing it to circumvent a suspension.
Woo! What is the cutoff date for Matthew's course? We just answered that, Wednesday at 6:59 p.m. Because I think the first session starts this Wednesday at 7 p.m. So as long as you bought it like a minute before, but don't leave it.
If you are going to buy, I would maybe do it a few minutes before, because we struggle getting you in for the training if it's like right on the minute. Because we are starting at 7 o'clock. Yeah,
he's starting at 7. So if you're buying it on the minute, don't do it, because you might not get in on that session. So make sure you buy before Wednesday if you're gonna. Just joined, but we're watching this later. Get ready for work. No worries. No newbie questions. Sorry for scanning products with the eBay app and checking completed listings. You scanning products with eBay app and checking completed listings? I think that's what.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Yeah, when checking products. So obviously you can still compare against Amazon, and also you can scan them in on the eBay app and search for complete listings to get an idea of what items sell for.
Awesome. Right, we've done it, Matthew. We've done it. It's on the hour. I've got another call now, so I've got to go. Just want to say a massive thank you to you for joining us, Matthew, and answering all those fast fire questions. I've enjoyed it. Have you?
I have. It's been awesome.
Yeah, it's been good.
And spontaneity of it.
Yes, I love a bit of spontaneity in my life. It's good. So yeah, no, thanks to you, Matthew, for joining us, and thanks to everybody for your questions and for your time and attention. Like we say, if you want to jump on Matthew's course, it starts this Wednesday. Cart closes on Wednesday too. So jump on it. If you don't want to, that's cool too. It's totally up to you. But ultimately, like, Matthew's one of the good guys. Like, we don't tend to work with idiots, and like, we vetted him already, and it just shows you office again, mate. Just to let them see that like it's legit.
I'll let you see.
What
it's slightly messy. Oh, there we go. Slightly messy warehouse.
But you can see a bit of a warehouse there.
It's messy because it's real. It's messy because it's real.
It's all real. It's all real. Right, I got to go, Matthew. Thanks, everybody. Cheers, buddy. Cheers, Matthew.
Thanks. Bye.
Say bye. Cheers, guys. Bye.